What could make a packed stadium fall silent? Jannik Sinner's incredible gesture left fans, players, and everyone watching completely speechless. This isn't just another match story. It's a moment that shows true character and sportsmanship in the heat of competition. Curious to know what happened? Subscribe for more unforgettable tennis moments and hit the bell to never miss an update. The unexpected gesture by Sinner that everyone's talking about. Jannik Sinner, Lorenzo Sono, Lorenzo Muti Matteo Arnaldi, and Simone Belli, led by Filippo Vallandre, a team that's made history in Italian tennis. They were the protagonists in winning the second Silver Salad Bowl, echoing the 1976 success of Adriano Panatta, Corrado Berardi, Paul Baloche, and Antonio Zarelli. The Italian team will once again be in the Final Eight in Malaga from November 19th to 24 at the Martin Carpenter Sports Palace. They achieved a perfect sweep with 3 victories in the group stage, hosted in Ball. Matteo Arnaldi and doubles player Simone Belli, now paired with Andrea Vavasori, repeated their successes. Matteo Berrettini and Flavio Cobi joined the team, showcasing the depth of current Italian players and overcoming the absences of Jannik Sinner and Lorenzo Musetti, their 2 top players this season. The leader in world number 1, Jannik Sinner, was the hero of the last Davis Cup. The U.S. champion opted out of the group stage. However, he made a gesture that everyone is talking about after his triumph in New York and a favorable ruling on his behalf following 2 positive doping tests in March with no suspension. His fitness coach and physiotherapist took the fall. CR showed up in Bologna dressed in his national team tracksuit. He supported his team as they secured their place in the Final 8 with a 2-1 win over the Netherlands. Sinner's support was particularly significant for Berrettini, who defeated Botic van de Zanel 3-6, 6-4, 6-4. His enthusiastic celebration and embrace were explicit and intense. The roles reversed. Sinner publicly highlighted Berrettini's importance in Mala, as Berrettini had made himself available to the team despite being unable to play due to an injury. His dedication and support left a strong impression on CR, who returned the favor to the Roman tennis player in his own way. This was also a gesture from CR to Italian fans who hadn't seen him on the court, just as they hadn't during the recent Paris Olympics, from which withdrew a few days prior, citing tonsillitis in an official statement. Sinner in the long list of doping excuses. Sometimes they work throughout the long history of doping, almost as old as sports itself. There have been countless excuses or reasons given to explain these violations. Some have been more successful than others when evaluated by the appropriate authorities. Some, like in the case of world number 1 Jannik Sinner, have allowed athletes to avoid punishment. Others, no matter how creative, don't work, like the case of Surin's sprinter Isam Singha, suspended by the Athletics Integrity Unit AIU after testing positive for metabolites of GW1516, a banned substance in the hormonal and metabolic modulator category. The athlete claimed his positive test was due to a recovery product from Gatorade, 2 bottles of gummies that, according to him, contain GW1516. However, the I found no proof to support this claim. In Sinner's case, the tribunal did not find enough evidence to count of the tennis player's explanation. His physiotherapist used a medicine contaminated with an anabolic steroid Clustel, which transferred to him through an unloved massage. The punishment fell on the support team. A somewhat similar case involved Polish canist Rhoda Barossa, who also tested positive for Clasol. She claimed the substance was in a medication used to treat her dog's injuries. Her suspension was lifted just in time for her to participate in Paris 2024 for women's world number 1 Simona Halep. The contaminated medication defense also worked, but only after she served nearly 2 years of a 4-year ban. The runner's excuse joins the long list of reasons athletes have provided, including Russian skater Kamila Valieva, who claimed 2 years ago that she might have drunk from the same glass as her grandfather, who had a heart condition and was on medication containing substances banned in sports. This unintentional medication error defense didn't work for Argentine soccer player Papu Gomez, a World Cup champion who claimed he had taken his children's medication to calm a bronchos spasm. That drug contained a compound similar to salbutamol, a well-known substance in doping cases. It's unfair that Nur could play all year. These Words come from a respected and influential voice in the world of tennis. Lindsay Davenport, former world number 1, the American player spoke with Serbian outlet Port Club, expressing a strong opinion on Jannik Sinner's doping case. I'm surprised by how this case was handled, learning recently about everything that happened behind the scenes. I don't think it's fair to other players that CER has been able to compete all year here. Clearly not. Everyone is treated the same, it seems. Like it all comes down to money, she said. Alcaraz's participation in the Davis Cup final is uncertain. The Merchant tennis star is set to compete in the Paris Masters 1000 just days before the final, and Federer cannot guarantee 100% that he'll be present. However, it is most likely that he will join the team this Sunday, September 15th. The group stage of the Davis Cup concluded with a resounding success for the Spanish team. They had already secured their place in the final on Friday after defeating France and earlier overcoming the Czech Republic. Nevertheless, they also beat Australia on the last day of this round, positioning themselves as one of the favorites to win the Salad Bowl. David Federer is proud of the team he has built, but he remains uncertain about the final squad for Mala. He's not sure if Carlos Alcaraz will be available to fight for the title. His participation hangs by a thread since he'll be competing in the Paris Masters 1000, which, if he reaches the final, will end just a few weeks before. The main plan is for Alcaraz to lead the team, and it's highly likely, given his dedication, but Federer can't confirm it 100% yet. What he is sure of, however, is another possible contender. Federer has left the door open for Rafael Nadal to join La Armada for the final 8 in Malaga from November 19th to 24. Rafa Nadal could join the Spanish team, as Alcaraz's participation remains in doubt after the excellent performances from the Spanish players in Valencia, which earned them a seated spot in the final. David Federer has taken pride in the dream team he has assembled for this round. His clear intention is for Alcaraz to return and lead the team to victory, although this will depend on how he feels after Paris, where he recently won silver at the Olympic Games. But Federer has also mentioned the possibility of including Spain's most iconic player, none other than Rafa Nadal, and he hasn't ruled out Nadal's participation with the Spanish team in Miga. This way, the Mican would be fighting for the title as he did in 2019 to assess Nadal's form ahead of the final. Attention will be on the Six King Slam exhibition tournament after Nadal announced he wouldn't compete in the Lara Cup. His next appearance will be at this more relaxed event in Saudi Arabia from October 16th to 19, 1 month before the Davis Cup Final 8. Federer will closely watch upcoming ATP competitions, especially the Paris Masters 1000, where Rafa's participation is uncertain, but Alcaraz's is confirmed. These tournaments will help Federer finalize the Spanish team for the title fight. Spain's possible Davis Cup final opponents, although the official matchups have not been released, Spain knows which teams it might face. As a top seed, Spain would likely face either the Netherlands or Germany. The preferred matchup would be against the Dutch, as they struggle to secure their qualification. However, this doesn't mean much, as Van de Zandt did eliminate Alcaraz at the U.S. Open in New York. On the other hand, predictions are harder with Germany, as they played the first round without their top names like Serif or Jan-Lennard Strumm. Moments like these remind us that tennis is more than just a game. It's about heart, respect, and sportsmanship. Jannik Sinner's incredible gesture has left a mark on fans and players alike, showing the true spirit of the sport. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned for more unforgettable tennis moments.